Welcome back to Surface Unscripted, episode 160. Revan, it's finally that time. We're talking Champions Cup predictions. It's an exciting time. People, I know the link didn't work in the previous video. I do not know why, but I will post the code to join our SUPERBRU League as well, because obviously we love having you guys involved, doing your predictions as well, because obviously everyone shits on our rugby knowledge. So if you below us, we will shit on your knowledge as well. So join the fun. But Revan, overall, you're excited for this weekend?
Yes, I am excited, and I also actually this time have joined the SUPERBRU league. I've already made my predictions for the first round. Looking forward to it, just thank you for everyone for supporting us, and just remember to like, subscribe, and share the video to all your rugby friends, wherever, friends, family, it doesn't matter. We just want to make this community one for all. So, we appreciate it. And, join the SUPERBRU, like you said. I mean, we don't always know our rugby, but when we do, and you don't, we will let you know. We will let you know.
And obviously, Brevan, we probably have to confront the elephant in the room. I've seen a couple of comments about it as well. People asking, where's Brett? Unfortunately, Brett just has to focus on himself, his family, his business, and those type of things. So just a bit of prioritizing from his side. So, we won't be seeing Brett for probably the foreseeable future, but it was nothing, no bad vibes or anything like that. Just to clarify that, we wish Brett all the best in his adventures, and we truly hope that he still continues with his content posting and stuff over on the TikTok, because we started this channel as the three of us. We'll move forward as the two of us. We'll still try and get guests. I know we've always said that we want to do that, but we don't want to pay for guests. That's a big thing. And then also, because this is a very casual thing, we decided, because it's just the two of us, we'll bring out episodes every Monday, every Friday, as expected, as we always do, at 10 o'clock in the morning. But then the Wednesday ones will, if there's big news or anything that has dropped, we will do the Wednesday episodes as well. So, kind of a bit of change when it comes to the way that this channel operates. I know some people will love that there's less of us. Some people will, less of us posting. That's what I mean. And other people will absolutely hate it, because I'm pretty sure some people actually enjoy watching us. So, every Monday, every Friday. And then we'll hope to get out a couple of things when there's big news on a Wednesday as well. Most likely that will be during international seasons. Anyway, enough bullshitting. Let's get into it, bro.
Let's go.
We're starting off Bath versus La Rochelle. And I said it yesterday on the personal channel. This might be already game of the tournament in the making. This could be a sexy one.
I'm going to get my SUPERBRU picks up just so that I can actually stick with what I've said and stuff. And
I'd never stick with mine, because I'm like, I just switch it up, because last minute I felt a bit different.
Yeah, so do I, but I've locked my picks, so there's no changing now.
Okay. So you can see whoever else has locked theirs as well then.
Yeah, if they have, but I'm obviously just going to go through mine. Not go one by one. I think that game is a good game. And obviously, look, I don't think La Rochelle necessarily... I don't think they're going to... Especially with Bath being at home, I don't see La Rochelle winning that one. I definitely think it will be a good game. But I just think Bath have been really good. And I do have them to win this by double digits. I know it seems like a bit of a hiding, if you want to call it that, but I just think you're looking at top of the Prem. Is that what you said last episode? They are top of the Prem?
Top of the Prem alongside Bristol Bears.
Yeah, and obviously playing some good rugby at the moment. And obviously I feel like when you put Finn Russell in an international shirt, he's not the same as what he is necessarily when he plays for his club. Whether that's player quality, I don't know. But yeah, I just think Bath are going to win that one comfortably, in the sense that I think in the last 20 odd minutes, I can see them running away with it. Nothing disrespectful to La Rochelle, but yeah, they are struggling in the French, the top 14, if I'm correct.
Well, they're sitting in sixth at the moment. I agree with you. I'm also going double digits. I think I've switched up from actual prediction, but I'm back on my SUPERBRU now. I think that's actually only fair. I have not locked yet, but I've also gone double digits. I've gone Bath by 11 points. They've been playing some very, very good rugby. They've come off a good season. They'll be hungry for this one. This is at home, so they'll want to make it. They'll want to get a statement victory, right? If you win that first game, that's massive for you. In especially in this pool of death, getting a victory over a team that's going to battle for that same place as you, that would be massive, right? So I agree. I'm going Bath by 11 points. What was your double digit score?
Mine was 14.
14.
I just
two
think
tries.
2 tries, 2 converted tries. If you look at the quality of the teams, both teams have quality. I just think, I don't know, Bath on a good run of form.
Just to clarify, we have not seen any lineups, right? So obviously we are doing this based on just purely how the teams have performed and what we are thinking in terms of home ground advantage and whatever and how they match up. But if a team obviously puts out a weakened side,
it could be a long day for us.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one, because I've got an absolute battering in this one. Clermont taking on Benetton.
Okay.
Benetton traveling to France. I think they get smacked. If Clermont plays their strongest team, Clermont third in the league at the moment in the top 14, which is obviously massive for them. And I reckon they do give it a little push in the Champions Cup. And therefore, I've got them 24 points.
Wow. Okay. No. So I have them also winning it quite comfortably. I agree with you. I don't think Benetton have the quality necessary. Or they do have the quality. It's just they don't perform when they're in a Benetton shirt. And it's a very inconsistent performance, shall we say. And yeah, I have Clermont to win by 10 because I'm just thinking, like, obviously third in the top 14. It's now 2 weekends of Champions Cup in a row.
Yeah.
Do they now necessarily, I don't know their next fixture, but do they now necessarily look at that Benetton knowing they're struggling at the moment, knowing that they're not performing well, they're very inconsistent? Do they go into that game with more of a weaker side? And that's why I only have them.
No, not your first game. I doubt that.
Okay. Well,
if you play at home, if you play at home, right? I would not be happy if the Stormers, and I'm sure you wouldn't be happy if the Bulls played at home your first game of the Champions Cup. Doesn't matter who you're playing, you play a weakened side. Just come on, set the tone.
100%. It's just one of those, because obviously we know that they value top 14 very highly, but they also value Champions Cup, obviously. It was just the thinking of Benetton would be the easier game for them, essentially. Otherwise, I went Clermont by 10. I think they win comfortably regardless of what this team selection is. And I just think Benetton's far too inconsistent, and they're away from home in a hostile French environment. I don't see it going well for them.
Next up, Sharks taking on Exeter in the Shark Tank. I just see no way that Exeter win this. I don't even believe Exeter send their strongest team. They are in crisis at the moment. They need to save their season. They are below Newcastle Falcons. They haven't got a win this season yet. I think they keep their boys at home. I'm not sure where their next game is. Their next game might be at home, so they keep their strongest boy. They focus on the game after that, because I don't expect them to think, okay, we're going to go to the Shark Tank, get an upset victory there, travel back, and then get another victory at home as well. I think they can.
I'm on the same wavelength as you.
Because Sharks will play their strongest team. I've told you, Sharks boys, they will target this tournament. This is what our boys live and breathe for. Is not a league. They live and die for a cup.
And the thing is, if you look at, obviously, we know that the Sharks have a lot of Springboks in that side, and a lot of World Cup winning Springboks for that matter. And they've got a lot of hungry individuals who want to obviously strive to be known as the best. They want to.
Yep.
Obviously, every player knows it's a team sport, and I'm sure they know that. But every person in the back of their mind knows that that a legacy matters, and it would matter to me, and it matters to everyone, because you not that you want to be remembered, but you want to feel like you achieved something. And
Yep.
to win the Champions Cup is probably, as we all know, a few South Africans don't necessarily understand this, but it is the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest trophy in club rugby. Because
it is.
it's the best
And
against the best, and it's like, I mean, if you want to put it in football terms, it's the Champions League. I mean, it's the big one, and
for the Sharks boys, right? Because the Sharks have brought a lot of players back, right? This is a tournament that they've targeted in the past, right? With their abroad players. I'm not sure how many of them have won it. I'm not too sure there has been a South African that's won it, has there?
Dylan Lates, I think, won it. Raymond Rule.
Okay, no, but I'm talking from the Sharks.
Oh, from the Sharks? No, I don't think Andre Esterhuizen didn't win it with Harlequins.
No, and
yeah, but I don't know about Eben at Toulouse. I don't actually know.
Vincent Koch didn't win it at Stade Francais. So,
did Vincent Koch not win it at Saracens?
Oh, I'm not sure.
We'll have to do our research. But
the point is, these guys know what it's like to play in these type of tournaments. We saw it literally in the Challenge Cup, right? When it comes to European rugby, when it comes to traveling around the world and trying to win these games, that is where these boys of us pitch up. They might not pitch up in the URC every day of the week, but trust me, they will pitch up for this one, because they'll probably just sack Plumtree's strategies and just play Rossi game, because there's enough of them to actually go ahead and do that. So yeah, I've got them to beat Exeter. I don't think Exeter gets pummeled necessarily, because I don't see the Sharks pummeling anyone. But I'm still going double digits, 15 points to the Sharks.
Okay. Yeah, no, so basically, just to end off on my point, and I also have them to win by 16. It's just, when it comes to the Sharks playing their strongest team, I would think that players like Eben, Sia, Andre Estes, and the big boys, they would get quite upset if they didn't get picked in this type of tournament, because they want to evaluate themselves as the best. So they will say, listen, and obviously I don't expect to see Eben maybe this weekend, purely because we heard Plumtree saying he has played a lot of rugby this year and is feeling it on his body. But other than that, I still think they go very strong, and I think they win it comfortably, 16 points. That's all she wrote, really. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Eben just spawns into this team for 2 weeks and then he just takes a break again. Because
maybe,
he wants to play this.
But I hope not, because you know what? I'm coming to Cape Town end of December, and the Stormers play the Sharks. I bought tickets to it. Yes, I'm not a fan of either, but I want to see.
What the hell? When did you buy tickets?
December on Ticketmaster.
Okay, I'll see if maybe I'll join you. How much was the ticket?
It wasn't that bad, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly, but it really wasn't bad. A couple $100.
Oh, that's nothing. I'll go.
Yeah. But I would love to see Eben play. Well, obviously the whole Sharks team bring their proper team, and obviously the Stormers play their full strength side. I'd love that, but obviously we'll see. Anyway, leaving the Sharks, we know that they're going to win that. It's now your boys.
Yeah. Playing in Quebec, right?
Yeah.
I do believe there will be a crowd, right? The Stormers aren't just supported in Cape Town. I'm pretty sure there will be a crowd that will be very excited for it. Obviously, I'm very annoyed that the Stormers aren't playing in Cape Town, but obviously we have the Sevens here at the moment.
Yeah. And
there's no way that they're going to say, okay, we're playing that in Stellenbosch. The stadium's not big enough.
I don't care. You'd probably, it is probably a better vibe at Stellenbosch than it is at Cape Town Stadium.
Oh, yes, of course.
I know it is.
Stellenbosch, right? There's nothing stopping the crowd being angry at Toulon if they beat us there and just sprinting onto the field and beating up some Frenchies. Like the Afrikaner boys in Stellenbosch, they will moor them. That is.
Okay, well, to be fair,
Been
Yes, if
wild,
it's like
wild
100 on 15, that's a different story. But yeah, big or not, I think those two large guys would hold themselves just fine. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's but it is the Champions Cup. You kind of need to put some kind of prestige on it, and
Listen,
put it in a stadium,
Stellenbosch
and
is pure vibes. Stellenbosch is
is
great.
vibes.
The atmosphere will be alive, right? But that's like Scotland playing a game not in Murrayfield, but at the small stadium that Edinburgh plays at with 10,000.
Even
Basically,
worse, because it's literally it's a varsity field, like it's
I
for a
know.
varsity.
But
And
basically,
yes,
yeah,
varsity rugby is big here, but obviously
it's
maybe
not big.
somewhere else.
It's not big enough for an occasion like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fair enough, right? I get it. I'm backing the boys obviously to get it done. I, as I've said before, I take a lot more positives than most people from that Stormers performance against the Sharks. I mean, if that slight knock on, which it was a knock on. If that knock on wasn't a knock on and we scored that try, people would be singing a different tune. Then you'd be singing, listen, well, the Stormers just had a great comeback victory. Never say die attitude, beat the Sharks, stole all their lineouts, blitzed them at the scrum, came back and defeated them with all their Springboks. So I love the Stormers team, and I'm pretty sure that we can get it done at home against Toulon. I would be surprised if Toulon did not send their strongest team because they have squad depth. And I've seen people in the comment section of Casual Bars Rugby's channel where they like, yeah, Toulon squad depth. People have been calling in the victory for Toulon there as well. So, but I'm backing the boys. 7 points could be ugly.
I'd hate to do this.
Do you reckon Sasha's back before you go?
No. I think you'll have to have a 1 week rest.
And do you know when Willemse will be back? Have they said anything? I haven't seen anything yet.
Because he had surgery, I think it's going to be a while. I mean, he had surgery about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
I do think, because obviously I just saw his Instagram post where he's like back here again, and it was him in the hospital bed, obviously, which means he went for surgery on his groin. And I've had groin surgery before for a hernia in my groin, and I could not run for at least let's say 6 weeks, and then only then you can start really kind of getting into it. So I don't expect to see him for a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But obviously I don't have the facilities that Willemse has, and I really do wish he comes back early. Not only
so we don't get to see him before the new year, you reckon?
I don't think, no, I don't think so. But yeah, I'd love to see him back for the Stormers as well, because I mean, I want to see the best players play for their franchises. Like, it's all good celebrating, Willemse's not playing, Sasha's not playing, but at the end of the day, like, it's just not good for rugby. And yeah, we definitely want to see them playing. But look, unfortunately, I do have Toulon to win. I know I gave it to you in the previous video, but I just sat and thought, and I hate to do it because obviously Bulls come first, but South African teams will always come second in this type of thing. And unfortunately, I don't know. And I get what you're saying, like, if the Stormers pulled that victory off against the Sharks, everyone looks at it differently. But like, I feel like the Sharks just kind of went bottle job full mode. Like, they just did not know what they were doing that last 5 minutes, and you guys capitalized on that. And fourth in the top 14, struggling Stormers, don't have Sasha in I don't think, and they won't have Willemse. I worry. I genuinely worry. How is Mani going to perform? We don't know.
Are you sure that Sasha's out? Like,
well,
the
if he
HIA
went
that he
for an HIA and he failed it, by protocol, it means he has to at least have minimum 1 week off. By protocol.
You failed it at the game. You're talking about that?
Yeah.
But he didn't fail because there's another test usually during the week, right? Because that's the one that Darcy Graham failed when he couldn't play the next game.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see. If it does have Sasha, then maybe there's actually, I think Sasha brings a lot of like good positive things to the Stormers. Very intelligent player, so it could be a different ball game. But yeah, I just you guys, which is sad, but you guys are struggling at the moment, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate to
So
say
I'm
it,
going
but I
Stormers
just
by
think
7 and you going?
Toulon by 6.
Okay. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it is
Traitor.
harsh, but yeah.
Yeah, absolute traitor. Saints versus
Just you wait for my Bulls prediction. Just you wait for that.
Saints versus Cast, or Castries. I've just heard a pronunciation is Cast. I don't have much to add to this. I do believe at some point Saints will pick up their form again. I know they've been struggling in the Premiership. I don't know anything about Cast. I know that people are writing them off, saying they never perform well. Saints at home, they've got their big boys back. I'm going Saints to win this game by 20 points.
I literally have the exact same prediction as you to the T.
Okay, I'm going to go 21 points then.
Yeah, I think with Mitchell being back now, so important to Saints. Yeah, obviously I've said this 1,000 times, but obviously I do try to watch some Prem games here and there when I can. And I do watch a lot of the Saints, obviously, because my mate is my best mate is a big Saints fan, and he tells me a lot what's happening with them. And he was just talking about how they're 9 in the last game, literally threw like 2 interceptions in the game, and it's like you can't be doing that as a 9.
That's how Gloucester won the
That's
game.
why and Mitchell set up a try with his first pass of the game when he came on, apparently. So I think it's so good that they have Mitchell coming back. Obviously they missed
that is
Courtney
massive
Laws.
for them.
Yeah, they
You
missed Courtney
look at the
Laws.
boys coming back
but
now. Yeah, Courtney Laws is gone, right? But they still got Geronimo Augustus. They have Mitchell back now. Finn Smith, Furbank, Tommy Freeman, Ollie Slido, even that Hindi guy that I only saw last season in the
someone to
championship.
look out for genuinely flanker for Saints. His name's Henry Pollock, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the youngster,
incredible. Yeah, super young. I think he'll be called up to the England squad like very soon.
I think he was in the England A side, if I'm not mistaken. I think he played there. Yeah, fair enough. So you're getting Saints also by 20, right?
Yeah.
Let's move on. Munster, Stade Francais. Now this is obviously I changed my prediction. Yeah, because I backed Stade Francais to qualify. Now, if Stade Francais sends their strongest team, with the way that Munster's been playing, I'm going with Stade Francais. But my official prediction on this one is Munster by 4 points.
I also have Munster to win. And I have them to win a bit more convincing.
Ugly victory.
Yeah, I have them to win by 10. I just think Munster at home, very good team. I mean, they just took on a very good Lions side. With their Lions full strength team, we know the Lions have been excellent. Whether people say, they've always been poor in previous years, this year they've really picked up their form. I think Munster that was a very good victory against the Lions.
You reckon that's the confidence booster they needed?
Oh yeah, I mean, if any Irish fan wants to know, like, is Munster finding improvements? I think beating the Lions is at the moment a good step in the right direction. So,
but we can't obviously base it all around just that.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, home advantage. I think that's one thing. 2, they've just got a victory, so they will walk into it feeling like, okay, we've got some confidence. And 3, like you said, it all depends on where they select their players. Are they going to go full strength? Are they going to go weekend? What's the story? We don't know that, obviously. But I just feel like Munster have been in this tournament, experience, and I can personally see them winning that one by 10. I think I also had them falling out, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But when you look at these fixtures and you see home away, you start to maybe rethink. And so I'm gonna back the URC team here. I think Munster will win.
Yeah. Okay, it's your boys. Saracens versus Ghouls. Ghouls versus the Bulls. Oh, this is a sexy game.
It is a good game.
I will be glued to my seat. Thank you very much for this one. You're going to go first.
Okay, I have Saracens to win by 12.
Wow. Wow. The same Saracens that just lost to the Falcons?
Yeah. remember, they did not have their strong players in that team.
They had a lot of their strong players in
Did
that
they?
side.
I heard that they
Yes.
rested. I heard that they rested. I didn't watch the game.
No. Obviously, it was a bit rotational. But there was still
Okay.
a lot of strong players in that team.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I worry about Jake. My worry here is Jake White, right? I don't know what that man is thinking, what his plan is, because ultimately we know what he likes to do. We know he's a stubborn man. We know he doesn't care about the opinion of others, and he will do what he wants. So,
Before you continue, what's your opinion on him calling Moody fat?
I think he's valid in what he's saying.
It does look like he's been on the sausage roll.
But I think there's ways to deal with it. You don't do that. You don't put it up to that immediately chop. Like there's people management, and he clearly has none. Unless you're his favorite, because I know you would never say that about David Creel. That man loves David Creel. Like that's his son. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, I think he just has to deal with it differently. I think Moody did look very much slower, and he did look a bit like he had picked up weight. And
well, look, to be fair, I didn't hear the comment. Did he say it in a choppy way? Because I can also picture it being said in just a little sassy, sarcastic way, like as a joke, where it's like, "Yeah, gotta love the buffet." That's basically it, right? Like,
yeah.
And then I wouldn't
hear it
deep it too much. But the reaction that I've heard in the media and stuff, I'm like, has he said that?
My issue is, right, the media's posting all of this. Why can't they post a video? Because context matters, right? And I just see this quote like Jake White saying needs to leave the buffet or something.
Fat shame.
But you don't actually see him saying it, and it's like whatever. But moving back to the game, I just don't know what Jake's thinking in with regards to team selection. I will be highly upset because I'm also going to this one next weekend when we play Saints at home. I will be very upset if after a couple months of the Bulls not playing at Loftus, I think it's been like 3 months now or so, or no, not 3 months, maybe 2 months of them not playing at Loftus, and they come back and play a weakened side. I will be extremely offended by that.
No, you won't.
That's why I don't think he plays full strength here. You might see Hanekom playing. I mean, obviously we've lost Gumede now because he's an absolute chop for doing what he did. We've lost him for the rest of the year, and rightly so. I'm not here to say, it's World Rugby being like he's fully.
No, he was an idiot. He was a proper 100%. Idiot.
And so I think it's going to be very much mix and match, and. I think Saracens will be just too good. At home,
I disagree.
They will play full strength. I have no worry about that. And I think they win by 12. And I hate to say it, obviously want to back the Bulls. And if they pull it off, goodness gracious, I'll let the world know. But
I disagree, right? I think the South African teams do the sweep. Now, my reasoning why I disagree is I think Jake White plays full strength.
Okay.
Because you've been on the road for so long. You're playing your Champions Cup, right? Obviously, you have to play your full strength team. It's your final game on tour. Ended tour strong, and now you're getting home as well. Imagine if you end strong and you get home. That full strength team, those guys have taken a break, right? They didn't play during the Autumn Nations and all those type of things. They've played one game. They can play another game. They've been there. They are acclimatized. They can play Saracens. If they beat Saracens there, that is a massive victory.
That's huge.
You would be doing this, playing Saints at home at Loftus, because no one really beats the Bulls at Loftus, right? It's like...
it's rare. Obviously, every time we say that, they lose. So let's chill.
Yeah, but you get what I mean, right? If they get that victory over Saracens, and they can get one over Saints, all of a sudden... The Bulls have done it, right? Then they've qualified. Who's in the rest of your pool? I'm not even sure. Let me check quickly. Do you know?
I don't even have... Saints and Saracens, and then it is...
Stade Francais and Castries, or Cast.
Yeah.
You'll back yourself to get those victories. You should be getting those victories as well. So this is massive. Because then you place higher.
100%.
Then all of a sudden you're playing your Champions Cup at home at Loftus.
Oh,
Sign me
imagine
up.
that.
Sign me
Yeah,
up.
I think it's
Come
important that we win this one, but let's see what Jake thinks about that, because
on.
obviously
Jake would be a fool if he doesn't, because you've
he's
got
still
to run.
chasing URC glory at the moment in his eyes.
Why can't you do both? Your team
No, I
hasn't really
agree.
played that
I'm
much.
with you. But just by his negative mindset of last year's quarterfinal, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway,
I'm just like, your players are fresh, play your strongest team. It's the first game of the Champions Cup. You can do it. This is a massive game for the Bulls. Massive opportunity. I'm going Bulls by 6. Sneaking over the line.
Okay, cool.
Next up, Glasgow versus Sale. This is also a saucy one. But there is no way in hell that Sale's winning this game. Now, I know certain people in my life will hate me for saying that.
I also got tuned on by that person in the previous video. How could I not back Sale? And then I realized maybe I should. I'm a United fan, so I'm obviously Sale's from Manchester. So yeah, I'll back them, but I don't think they'll win. I think they'll lose to Glasgow. That's
for her. I hope Sale does okay. They're not gonna win. Right. If I had to put my house on it, it's going straight to Glasgow, because they don't lose at home. Right? I think the worst thing for Sale, and I said this previously as well, is the worst thing for Sale is the fact that Scarlets nearly beat Glasgow at home. I think that was a massive wake-up call for Glasgow to say, okay, we can't go lay down. And now Sale has to go there. Sale obviously had a good victory against Leicester Tigers. But Glasgow, their record at home, stellar. It's through the roof. They play some beautiful rugby.
The URC champions, for goodness sake.
Yeah. And they did very, very well in the Champions Cup last season, right? They just fell out to Harlequins, and you would say they kind of bottled it.
Yeah.
They are not going to bottle it against Sale.
I agree. I think I have them to win by 10. I do think it will be a good game, and I think Sale do have some good quality names, but yeah, look, I think Glasgow. I mean, I even saw. I think it was Richie in the comments. Richie talking about how people are starting to realize like Glasgow are actually that real deal, and he doesn't like it because they were always underdogs. And I like that. I always like the underdog mindset when everyone overlooks you, but you know your team, and I also like that. So I can understand why.
Springbok mindset.
It is, you know what your team's capable of, but no one else does. And now people are starting to see, it's like the Springboks finally have to embrace that you're the favorite now. You can't no longer say you're the underdog. It's Glasgow's the same story, and but I do expect them to get this over the line. 10 points, comfortable, and that's all she wrote. Okay, we're pretty close with each other, yeah.
Racing 92 taking on Harlequins. Talk of the town. Owen Farrell versus Marcus Smith. We're seeing Daimani. We'll see Daimani for the first time. If he plays, obviously. Because we don't get the broadcasts for the top 14. Now, I've seen a lot of people go for Harlequins in this one. And I can understand why, right? Because Racing doesn't really perform, but they've got all the names. But Racing at home, I think it's saucy. I think Owen Farrell will be ready for this one. I'm going with Racing to get it done at home against Harlequins. I told you Harlequins will drop out of this group. So at some point I have to say they lose. I think they're losing this one.
Yeah, I have the same thing as well. I have Racing to win by 10. And I think if I look, obviously, for Marcus Smith, obviously a very talented player, has a lot of stuff to prove to people. But I don't know. And Owen Farrell, who's there, like, this kid's obviously taken my 10 jersey. Yes, bearing in mind I chose to leave. But he's taken my 10 jersey. I just want to remind the world of I'm Owen Farrell. Yes, people don't like me because of the antics I've been through and the way I tackle, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, Owen Farrell was a very good fly-off and still is a very good fly-off in my opinion. I think he controls the game very well. Very intelligent player. I mean, he's got experience on his side. Super intelligent. And I just agree with you. Home advantage for Racing. I think Harlequins need to be careful here because, like you said, they just lost their past game by 50, correct? Or got 50 put past them.
Yeah, they got smoked. Bristol
yeah.
absolutely blitzed them.
And I can see Racing pretty much doing the same. I said by 10 because I think the Harlequins will kind of pick up their socks in some places, but I
I've
still
got
think
Racing by 8. I've got 8.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Not
I
bad.
just don't see Harlequins winning that. No, Andre stays and he's not there anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Bordeaux taking on Leicester Tigers. I feel like a bit of a humiliation coming out here. I think Bordeaux is so good at the moment.
Yeah.
They are so good at the moment. I'm going Bordeaux by 26 points over Leicester Tigers. Leicester
Maybe
Tigers,
I went too low.
with Andre and stuff, just got smoked by Sale, by the way. Just letting you know. Bordeaux at home, in the French land, they'll cook. Louis Bilberet, Jalibert, Luku, Peno.
It's a good team. I should have gone higher. I don't know why I didn't, but I was kind of just backing Leicester's kind of quality that they do have on paper. But I said Bordeaux by 8. But yeah, I think I've actually gone quite low, to be fair. Can't change it now. But yeah, like you said, those names in France, I can see it getting pretty ugly. I mean, yeah, I worry, especially if you're losing, like getting smoked, and then you have to go play another team who's, I mean, Louis Bilberet. Oh my gosh, if that guy just gets in behind any of those Leicester players, like it's over.
Leicester just feels slow. I think about them and I see Freddie Stewart and Andre Pollard, and I'm like, there's no pace. There's no pace in this team.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think Leicester Tigers, they will need to target certain games, and they'll need to target the Sharks, and they'll need to target Ulster, because that's probably who they are.
I think Ulster, they should easily get over the line. That I don't think is an issue. Sharks, they'll need to definitely focus on.
Oh, and Exeter. Well, they're not playing Exeter.
They can't play Exeter, yeah. They just need to outdo them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so if I was Leicester Tigers, just chill out against Union Bordeaux, chill out against Toulouse, and then really target that Ulster and Sharks games. That's probably for the best.
Fair.
Okay, next up, final 2 games. Well, this one's going to be quick. I've got Toulouse to beat Ulster by 29 points. I wouldn't be surprised if Ulster puts up a bit of a performance, but I mean, Toulouse first game, they'll be star-stacked. This is their tournament, defending champions. Got to get that statement victory first up, playing at home as well. Toulouse by 29 points.
I also have a bit of a hammering. I have Toulouse by 20. I probably even went too low again, and that's hectic. That team is powerful, man. Like, that team is so damn good. It's like, I really worry for Ulster here. Because they are struggling.
We might see some Jacob Stockdale magic, though.
Maybe. I mean, you do get the odd chip and chase here and there. I think, we'll have to wait and see. But, look, at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a tough one there.
It's a tough one.
It's a long day. Okay, final game. Oh, this is also a little gem in the making. Leinster versus Bristol Bears. Well, Bristol Bears versus Leinster. Bristol Bears at home. We might see Geordie Barrett. I haven't seen any squad announcements. But I'm going Leinster. Man. The thing is, Leinster hasn't been... I don't even know if it's disrespectful to say that they haven't been convincing, or if it's the biggest compliment, knowing they haven't really gotten out of second gear. They've just been cruising.
I don't think they need to.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even mean it disrespectful. I don't even know if it's a compliment or being disrespectful by saying I don't feel convinced because I haven't really seen them try, but yet they're undefeated. But this Bristol Bears team, they have been class, like really, really good. So I'm going with them. I'm going with Leinster to get a victory away from home by 7 points because they do have the talent. But a lot of these boys has played URC now. They've played Autumn Nation Series, and now they're playing this Champions Cup as well. Do you reckon? Okay, well, they haven't played a lot of rugby before the Autumn Nations, to be fair, because Leinster rotates so much. Yeah, Leinster by 7.
Yeah, I have Leinster to win as well, but I have them to win by 14. I do expect Leinster. Like that, I saw some people having a chat in the comments about like, yeah, but you must remember Leinster have won it before, which we mustn't forget. They have won this tournament before. They just haven't won it recently. They have lost 3 finals in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, at the end of the day, now they have Geordie Barrett, they have Ake Snyman.
Jockney Nova.
Those are big game changers. And I'm not just saying that because, you have a World Cup winner and another superstar on your team. I just think ultimately Leinster will be targeting this to finally say, listen, just cut the crap. Like, we have a very good team. We're a very good team. And I think Leinster will just be too good. I do see Bristol bringing it to them, staying in the fight for like half an hour, first half type thing. And then I can just see Leinster kind of turning it up and saying, oh, well, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
But
Bristol plays some of the most sexy rugby that I've seen. Like the way that they played against Harlequins was absolutely insane. It's just offload, speed.
Mm.
But yeah, if there's a team to dismantle that, it's probably Leinster. They're just so good.
Yeah.
So I'm going Leinster by 7. Boys, that brings us to the end of the video. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Obviously, as we said, it's changing a bit, not to 2 episodes a week unless there's major news, and then we'll do that on our Wednesdays as well. Or if we just feel like we want to pump one out. But at some point, we need to take a break ourselves as well. Doing 3 episodes of nearly an hour long every single time, it drains you a bit, especially because we have a work life, we have a social life. For myself, I for instance run Casual Bias Rugby as well, so it does take a toll on you. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you for always being here, and we will see you guys on Monday again. Ciao.
Cheers.